Hello everybody, I'm Paul Higgins and welcome to our 4th edition of the Freediving World Championship as we are one step away from the finals in Ibiza, Spain. You know, it's no mystery that the sport of freediving is extremely popular in Europe, South America, and Asia. Here in North America, freediving has caught on very quickly in Canada. And for the U.S., while it's not at a fever pitch yet, we still suit up one of the best teams in the world. Today we profile Team USA and we also preview the World Championship. The sport of freediving has touched all corners of the earth. Over the last 2 years, freediving has captured the attention of thousands of new divers, which are drawn to this sport because of its many wonderful aspects. Oddly enough, freediving is not a household name yet in America. Not just yet, but it will be. With that said, it's the USA women's team that is one of the best in the world. Today, we profile our women in red, white, and blue in this intensely competitive sport. Annabelle Brisno proves that athletes can come into their sport at any age. This 50-year-old mom has proved that age is only a mental obstacle, as Annabelle leads all American women when it comes to static apnea.
You really have to cleanse your body and your mind to get to this point where you can hold your breath for 6 minutes.
She has inspired her daughter, Jessica Wilson, to take up the sport, and the two have formed a special bond that is inspiring to say the least.
I mean, it's all about having fun. Don't do any sport or anything that you dread going to practice every day. You'll never be there, you know, if you don't want to go and do it.
Leading the charge for Team USA is Tanya Streeter. Tanya has numerous world records and is known in the sport of freediving to be a fierce competitor.
This is the oldest extreme sport in the world, without a shadow of a doubt. And it just takes a few people now who are showing them the rest of the world on a much greater scale exactly what it is we're doing.
The women from Team USA make up a trio that is destined to make their mark in the freedive community. Today, we'll meet them, plus we'll preview the Freediving World Championship in Ibiza, Spain. The top freedivers in the world came to this most beautiful location. It was a gathering of the greatest athletes in the sport. 2 elements of freediving were tested: constant ballast in the waters off Ibiza, as Austria's Herbert Nisch attempts to be the deepest male diver in the world. The other element takes us indoors to the pool, where static apnea tests the mettle of these athletes, both mentally and physically. We'll have all this and much more as we continue our journey to the Freediving World Championship. Since we aired our first show from Brazil, it has come of no surprise to me that freediving has generated as much excitement and interest as it has here on the Outdoor Life Network. This is a beautiful, compelling, and dangerous sport that has captured the attention of not just the hardcore divers, but the non-divers as well. In bringing you this incredible sport, I've had the opportunity to meet the top freedivers in the world. There are a number of record holders in certain disciplines. What are they, and who are the ones that hold these records? Let's have a look. Here's a look at the AIDA world records in the sport of freediving. In constant weight using fins, for the women, Tanya Streeter, representing USA, went to a depth of 70 meters. Austria's Herbert Nisch owns the men's record at a solid 86 meters. In variable weight, where the athletes utilize a sled down and a kick and pull back up, Cuba's Deborah Endalo has the mark of 95 meters for the women. And representing Germany, Benjamin Franz went to a depth of 117 meters. Moving on to no limits, as seen in an earlier show, going down and up on a sled, Canadian Mandy Cruickshank set the mark for women at 136 meters. For the men, Loic Lafum scaled down to a depth of 154 meters. In free immersion, utilizing no fins, just a rope pull on the way down and back, Tanya Streeter has the record for women at 70 meters. Representing the men, Martin Stepanek from the Czech Republic dove to a depth of 90 meters. In dynamic apnea with fins swimming in a pool, Nathalie Desiriac from France went 150 meters. Herbert Nisch chalked up an incredible mark of 181 meters. In dynamic apnea with no fins, the same two hold the record, but Natalie went 95 meters and Herbert set a distance of 134 meters. The final category is that of static apnea, a single breath hold performed in a pool. Our friend from Brazil, Caroline Meyer, has the women's mark of 6:13, and Martin Stepanek, who now trains in Vancouver, Canada, holds the men's record at 8:06. The current world records are mind-numbing, but what lies ahead is simply a mystery, as the top athletes in the sport have their goals set at marks never thought physically possible. We'll keep you posted. As for the disciplines in the World Championships in Ibiza, Spain, they're quite simple. Let's break them down. There are at least 7 different disciplines that freedivers can compete in. There are 2 elements of competition at the World Championships, and they are constant weight. With fins on, the athlete picks a predetermined depth and swims down to that depth and pulls the appropriate depth tag, signifying that they reached their goal. Once the depth tag is retrieved, the diver must return to the water surface without suffering from a blackout or a samba. Judges are right there to determine if the dive is good. Points are awarded for each perfect dive. The other form of competition is static apnea, a single breath hold that is performed in a pool. This time, the athlete picks a particular time in which he or she will stay underwater. If the athlete comes up prior to their proposed mark, then penalties are assessed. If the athlete comes up at or past the proposed time and suffers a samba, then the dive is disqualified. Strategy comes into play when the diver chooses a mark and goes beyond the time, thus building points for their team. Most athletes in competition choose times they know they can achieve. Divers that go beyond their times can either be heroes or prove detrimental to the team's overall chances of placing high in competition. It's a gamble that not all teams are willing to take. When we come back, we'll look at Team USA. While a mother and a daughter share a love and a bond for the ocean, another teammate strives to separate herself from the rest of the pack in the world. That's up next as we continue our journey to the Freediving World Championship.